Hello, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Uh, I said it twice. Let's have a look at what you can expect to happen in your professional life, job, career, business for the week 7th to the 13th of October 2024. It is a general reading, may or may not resonate. If it doesn't, check out your other placements. For a personal reading, you can email me on tarotwithnemo@gmail.com. Okay, so we're going to divide the week into three parts: the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, and the end of the week. All right. Okay, Aquarius, let's start with 7th and 8th October. What you can expect to happen. Okay. Clarity coming in, victory coming in, success coming in. For a lot of it, there's some kind of revelation. It's almost like an enlightenment. If something was hidden, if you felt you couldn't see something very clearly, some truth is going to be revealed. Okay, so everything's going to come off, everything's going to be on the table, and it's going to make you happy, is what I'm getting. Yeah, but I see you as jumping to conclusions. So even though the truth is right in front of you, Aquarius, you're still going to jump to conclusions too fast. You need to get you need to check your facts before you take any kind of action, or before your next approach towards a situation. I feel there is truth coming in, but you don't believe it. Either you don't believe some truth that is coming out in the open that the universe is showing you, or you don't believe in the success or victory that's coming towards you. Okay, you're kind of like in that energy where I don't believe it. I don't think that's true. Yeah, a lot of you are going to be very, very, very happy. The Ten of Cups in a finance or a career reading is more likely you're going to have a lot of support from your family members. This is a lot of emotional contentment. This is a lot of you being able to, like you've done so well for yourself, where you're going to be able to have enough time to spend with your family. You know, so I see happiness where family is included, and sometimes it could just be that you're going to feel very, very, very supported in your environment. Okay. Yeah, but again, I don't know what's happening. So I feel good news coming in, Aquarius, but you just don't feel supported. The support is there, the happiness is there, the victory is there, success is there, but you don't feel it. You're jumping to something too fast, or you're like, no, you know what, but then you know what, that didn't happen, but then you know what, it may look like it, but this is not happening. So there's a lot of not being optimistic. Okay, not being optimistic. I feel a lot of you, there is some kind of experiences that you're holding on to from the past which didn't make you very happy. So you're still holding on to a grudge, or you're still holding on to past experiences, or you're coming off as very, very immature in your ways or in your approach. Okay, you need to grow up, Aquarius. A lot of you need a lot of growing up to do. That's what I'm getting for sure. Okay, because it's all happy, everything's happy. You're feeling isolated, you don't feel like a part of a team, but the truth is everyone's with you. Everyone's with you. I just think it's a little immature on your part on the 7th and 8th. Okay, or you may be holding on to a grudge, or you may be kind of coming off as a little um, uh, clinging on to the past. Like, I'm not going to forget that, but like, yeah, no matter how good the opportunities are, or no matter how good the situation is, I'm not going to forget that. Okay, some of you may miss your past job, or your past business, or your past ways of doing things, or you may miss working with people from the past. Okay, which is why you're blinded to the present of how happy the situation is. 9th, 10th, 11th. Let's see, Aquarius. Okay. You There is going to be a situation which is going to be requiring you to stop judging yourself too harshly, or stop judging people too harshly. But you are doing the exact opposite, Aquarius. For a lot of you, you are misjudging a situation, or misjudging a person, or judging yourself too harshly. It's almost like it's like an energy within yourself where you may feel you're not good enough, or you may feel hopeless. Okay, so it's like one thing leads to another. Because you're hopeless, you're judging yourself too harshly, or because you're judging yourself too harshly, you're feeling hopeless. Okay, or like I said, you are judging a book by its cover. And that's exactly what you're not supposed to do, and that's exactly what you're doing. Yeah. It's almost like you're like, there could be some fights, there could be some dramas, or you're like kind of fighting. I'm getting like a fighting energy. I'm getting like a no compromise energy. Like, you know what? I'm not compromising. So you two people have to literally be on the same page, but you're not. You could even come off as a little avoidant. It's like, I don't even have any hope. I think that situation's messed up, or I think I can't make it work out, or something like that. And now you're coming off as very egoistic. Okay. You may feel you're not being heard. You may feel like, I'm putting in my input, I'm giving you this option, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but no one hears me. Okay. You may feel you're not heard. And this is all happening probably because you're sticking to some kind of comfort zone out here. A lot of you in the middle of the week, Aquarius, are going to come off as like, sticking to the known. Like, you are a little hesitant on wanting to get into the unknown, a little hesitant on wanting to try new partnerships. There could be a partnership that is creating a rift. Okay, for a lot of you, a partnership is not working out, but it can work out. Let's just say it can work out, but it's not working out. Because, like I said, you may want to stick to the known, you may not trust the partnership, or you're not assertive enough. Okay, some of you may have opportunities to expand your business, but there's a lot of planning, and over planning going on. But the planning is not on paper. The planning is all here, but there's no planning in reality. Okay, so there could be a lot of over planning going on, but not really getting into. Nothing's coming out of it. Let's just say that nothing's coming out of it, and that probably because with the Five of Wands, either there is like you and the person are not on the same page, or you're not on the same page. A situation that's demanding some kind of energy from you, some kind of contribution from you. You're not on the same page, or um, yeah, you, like I said, the situation requires you to make the right judgment, but you're coming off as emotionally biased. Okay, a lot of you may feel that something out here is unfair. A lot of you may feel that someone's not been fair to you, which is why the trigger happens. Okay, which is why the trigger happens. You're feeling a lot of hopelessness, but it's not true. It's not true. Okay. End of the week, Aquarius. You may feel someone's not with you on the same page, or someone does not have your best interest in mind, but doesn't look like that's true. Okay, again, you're judging a situation or a person too harshly. End of the week, 12th and 13th October. Okay, a situation is going to require you to commit to what you really, really want. Maybe for some of you, a situation is going to require you to rebel, or a situation out here is going to require you to do things differently. But I feel you're trying to stay safe, Aquarius. A lot of you are trying to stay safe. Say, for example, you're not happy in the company that you're working in, but you want to stay in the company because you have a more conservative approach. You don't want to take a risk. Whereas the universe is telling you it's now time to take a risk. Some of you may want to open your own company. Some of you may want to establish your own company, but you don't want to take a risk. You want to follow the rule book. So there is a lot of conservatism that I'm seeing by the end of the week. A lot of you are dependent. There is a dependency out here. Okay, a lot of you are not being able to be independent. You're dependent. So you may be dependent on a partnership, or you may be too scared to work in a team, okay, with someone. But I see you as very, very cold, and I see you as very biased. Again, there's a lot of bias energy out here. You may think you're doing the right thing. You may think that whatever you're saying is correct, but that's probably not what the case is. Yeah, there is some kind of clarity coming in. Now, clarity could come in terms of adult communication, one-on-one communication between you and someone else, you and your boss, you and your colleague, you and your partner, you and a client, whatever. There is some clarity coming in, but you still There is a lot of mental fogginess, and like I said, I feel there is overall not wanting to speak your mind freely. You're not wanting to speak your mind freely. You could be a little sarcastic, or you could come off as very cold. Talking about a partnership, you're not being able to work things out with some partner. I don't know, they're not being able to work it out with you, or you're not being able to work it out with them, but there's a partnership out here which is drifting away. It's drifting apart, but and there is a lack of emotional communication. This is not, I'm not talking about love. This is not love. There is a partnership out here. You and your partner, you and your boss, you and your colleague, you and your client. There is a partnership that is required out here for the situation to move forward smoothly. But there is a rift in a partnership. Maybe you guys are lacking mutual respect, and or maybe you guys feel like you guys are drifting away from the goals that you once had for the company, or once that you both are not on the same page. The partnership does not have to be broken. Let me tell you that. The partnership, the contract does not have to be broken. And emotional communication, a truthful, honest, face to face communication is extremely important to get this partnership working again. Because it looks good. It looks good. There is just a little bit of misunderstanding where someone out here feels either you feel you're giving more and getting less, or they feel they're giving more and they're getting less. I don't know, because it's a general reading out here. But it looks like with the Ace of Swords, you're not being able to face your deepest fears. Now, sometimes this facing of deepest fears could be that you know the partnership's not working out and you need to talk about it to reconcile, or you know that this partnership is good for you and you need to face your fears that an adult conversation out here is required. Okay, so whatever it is, I feel yes, there is a rift in the partnership, but it can still be reconciled. You can still reconcile. One straightforward communication will do the trick. Okay, so that's what I have for you.